Welcome back guys, it's an Audi TT video today. I'm going to service the air intake on the Audi TT, which is actually a Racingline R600. I've upgraded that, go check that video out for more information on that. But yeah, basically it's done a few miles now, so we want to take it out, have a look and get it cleaned up. Engine bay isn't looking in a too bad state because I do try and keep on top of it. But yeah, this is the Racingline R600 intake. Brilliant bit of kit. It makes the car sound amazing. And obviously with the extra mods that I've got done on here with stage 3 on this now, you need to have, you know, a very good airflow into the actual turbo. So first step, we've got to get the top cover off. It's pretty easy. It's done by these little hex screws here. We'll have to undo this as well, this main pipe, and then we can sort of get the actual foam intake. It's basically, well, I'll show you. So these screws on here are a T20 Torx, so get one of those. You can get these really cheap on Amazon. It's the one, and we're nice and lazy, use an electric tool for that. Now with the screws out, this should come off pretty easily. You want to be careful with this pipe here because obviously this kind of stops it from coming out. So with the cover off, you can already see loads of crap around here. So we're going to get this out, and that's just literally just unscrew this retainer here, and then this will come out, and then we can actually have a proper look at it and a proper clean. But yeah, it's not too bad around here. You know, it's not really any dirt there. It's just kind of done what it's supposed to do really. So we'll just carefully undo this, sort of push that back. And this should come out pretty easy. You've got to undo this one as well. Just prise that off gently. Don't like yank it from this end because otherwise you just damage the rubber. But it'll come off. Yeah, he says it's absolutely fine. Just sort of tuck it there for the minute. Once you've done that, it's easy to pull this off. Just kind of just twist it and just prise it off. Make sure that doesn't pop over the edge. So there we go, guys. There's the filter. Looks pretty grubby, and you can feel it's really sticky as well because of the oil that's on there. So the next step is to basically clean it. So I've got a kit which I'll show you. So this is the official cleaning kit for all of the Racingline intakes. See that there for all Racingline intakes. And I got this from Progressive Parts. I know I didn't actually. I got it from Awesome GTI. There you go. I've plugged 2 companies in one. So basically what this consists of is the air filter cleaning fluid. I think basically this is like a detergent which won't destroy the foam of that particular filter. There are other ones around. You know, I don't think there's a lot of price difference between the two. It might be a little bit cheaper to get one that isn't Racingline branded, but I just went for the Racingline one because you know you're getting the right thing, and if anything goes wrong you can just have a moan at them. And this is the oil, so I'm going to see what they say in the instructions. Always a good idea. Little leaflet here, and then we'll get stuck in. So if you have a look at the filter in the light, you can see it is pretty it's pretty coked up with crap, so it needs a really good clean. This has probably done about, I don't know, 5,000, 6,000 miles maybe, something like that. So you know, that gives you an idea. You need to be kind of keeping an eye on this and making sure that, you know, it's nice and clean. So yeah, got my detergent. Let's go inside and ruin the kitchen. Right, so this is getting done in the bath. Look at all the crap that's come off it already. So I'm just going to get rid of all of that, brush all of that off first, and then start spraying this detergent. So the first step is spray the detergent all over the filter, and then basically just kind of massage warm water. It says into the actual foam filter as well. So should be fun. So it's so sticky because it's got all like the old oil, and obviously that oil is kind of meant to, you know, obviously catch every last little kind of particle of rubbish, you know, so it's kind of makes it super sticky and attracts all the dirt. It's kind of what you want because you don't want that going into the engine, but it does mean that it's so sticky and horrible to makes everything kind of really, she's going to kill me doing this in the bath. Right, so basically I've done a couple of washes through with this, and I've actually found it easier to use like the shower, basically just blast the shower on it with sort of warm water just to sort of get it pushed through. Now you are supposed to kind of leave this detergent on for a few minutes to kind of let it help, you know, dissolve all of the kind of oil and everything else, and it does do a pretty good job. Kind of rubbing it through with the filter, the first thing you notice is when you sort of do this, you're going to get loads of black stuff on your hands. But don't worry, it's not the actual foam. It's just there's just literally so much crap in it. So it's a bit of an eye opener really. So yeah, I'm on the second go now. I'm just literally I've sprayed this over, you know, again, giving it a good old go, and then we just sort of, you know, massage it in a bit, and then leave it for a couple of minutes to sort of work its magic, and then we can just blast it off with the hose. And then after that, you've got to wash it with basically just normal washing up liquid. That's what they say, just to wash, make sure the detergent is out of it completely. So yeah, it's a pretty kind of thorough servicing process really. And after that, it's just got to be left to dry, and you have to wait for it to be fully dry before you can apply the oil. So, right, let's give it another rinse. So you sort of want the water not, you know, you don't want it hard because you don't want to damage the foam. So, you know, don't go doing this with a pressure washer or anything like that. And then you can kind of do it from the inside as well. It's hard to do this while I'm holding the camera, but do it from the inside as well, so that you're getting both sides of it. You know, hold the filter up obviously and let it sort of drain through that way. And that is the best way to make sure you can get it nice and clean. I'm just surprised how clogged up this really is, just really bad. That's what happens with a British winter, I suppose. So there's clear water running out of it now, so that's all good. So next step, just give it a wash with some washing up liquid and then make sure the suds are out. So the washing up liquid has been applied, just a little bit of it. Just get in there, just give it another foam, and I'm going to give it a rinse out. Oh, it's looking much cleaner. Now it says don't use a hairdryer or anything like that because you're probably going to damage the foam, but you do need to get some of the water out of it. So the best thing to do is just do that, just keep doing that and just get that last bit of water out of it. It's a good way to take out some anger over you, Les, or something like that.
Sorry to interrupt, what are you doing?
I'm cleaning this.
A headrest.
It's not a headrest.
A headrest in the shower.
It's an air filter, I'm cleaning out.
Planning on spending a bit of extra time in the shower in the morning.
So the final step is to put it in the airing cupboard and let it dry with all the clothes. Right, it's the next day. It's still not completely dry, but I do need to use the car, so I am going to actually have to do something here. So I'm going to use a hairdryer on a really low setting just to sort of, I think mainly it's sort of inside. You can feel it's just a little bit wet in there. I mean, they do say leave it 24 hours, but I still don't think it's going to dry in that sort of time. Look at this, it's so cool. There's steam coming out the top. Right, there's no more steam, so it must be dry. Right, so next up we got oil the filter. So you get this, basically this aerosol of oil, and then the idea is just give it a shake up, and then you kind of basically just spray it on. It says in circular motions, and it should just sort of fill up with oil. That's what they say. It's like a blue colour. So we'll just carry on, do the rest of that. It says it's got thinners in it and the oil itself. So the idea is the thinners kind of evaporate and then you're left with basically the oil in there. So you sort of do that and then so you massage it in with your glove. It's a good idea to have gloves on. I don't know how many applications this is designed for, how many times you can use this, but it doesn't feel like it's using that much. Right, so I just left the foam filter to dry for a little bit, about half an hour, and then we're going to stick it back in the car. So I've kind of cleaned out the airbox a bit. There was some crap in here, so I've kind of got rid of all of that stuff. And because this was left overnight, I did put some masking tape over here just to sort of cover that, just in case any critters decided to climb into the warm engine overnight. But so yeah, we can get the filter back in. So reposition the filter, don't forget the bracket, and then I'm just going to pop that over the end of there, and then it all should just slide in nicely, and then we can kind of get it all put in. Don't forget this breather hose as well. So once you get it in like that, you can just basically put the top cover on and it will hold everything, so that you can then position this the intake hose nicely and sort of tighten it all up. So once that's on, it all kind of clamps everything together nicely, so it's not going to move, and then you can obviously maneuver that, get that into the right place, and then tighten that up. I'm going to stick all the screws back into the box now. All back together, tighten that clamp up, that's all good. Done. Right, let's start her up.